welcome back to Simply Bachata. Here's our first lesson, guys. So bachata is an 8-count beat, but we're going to do it in 4 counts each way. You don't really have to worry about finding that first beat right now. I'll help you with that later on. Right now, we're going to do it the easiest, simplest way. The absolute foundation of bachata is a 1-2-3 tap, 1-2-3 tap. So here we go. Take your left foot. Men, guys, you always go to your left on your first beat. Ladies, you'll go to your right. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, tap. So that's half your basic. The other 4 go that way. 1, 2, 3, tap. You want to put your weight just a little bit more towards the front balls of your feet. You don't want to be on your heels if you don't have to. So like an athletic stance. Again, 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Now you don't want to take real big steps. You don't want to be going 1, 2, 3 taps. Way too big. You want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart-ish, whatever's comfortable. There's not a perfect science. You don't have to be perfect with it. Just 1, and I'm probably about 1 of my feet lengths apart. 2 and 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. So that's your basic. That's a basic of bachata. That's a foundation right there. With an 8 count, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're tapping on the 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're tapping on the 8. You tap on the 4 and you tap on the 8. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But for right now, I just wanted you to put that seed in your head. It is an 8 count, and that'll be important later on. But for right now, you're just going to do 1, 2, 3 tap, 1, 2, 3 tap, just to get you going. So 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. Let's do it again. You're going to your left, guys. And 1, 2, 3, tap. And you notice my arms are kind of bent here. You just don't want to be like this. Bent like this, something in the back like this, or whatever. But just no straight arm business. 1, 2, 3, tap. The ladies, you'll just be the opposite. So your 1 is going to your right. So you would be 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Same as the guys, you just start the other direction because you're facing each other. You'll be mirrored. Guys go to your left, girls go to your right. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. And 1, 2, 3, tap. And so that's the basic for bachata. It's usually side to side. But I'm very circular. You'll see that in a little while. There's also a forward and back basic, so we're going to do that right now. Same count. Guys, left leg, you're going forward. So your basic is either to your left on your first beat for the guys, or forward, whatever you choose to do. Ladies, you're going to your right on first count, depending on what the guy leads, or you go back on your right foot, depending on what the guy leads. So here we go. Front and back, guys basic. You step forward with your left. 1, 2, 3, and tap. I usually tap my foot right back where it was. You could bring your foot together like this and tap it here. But on the forward and back, I like to tap it where it was. I'll explain that later on in other videos. On your side to side, I got to go back here real quick to add this. When you 1, 2, 3, when you tap, you do kind of bring them kind of together. It's not overly important, but that is the main way to do it. In other patterns you do, you might not find it. It's not a perfect science, but you do want to tap somewhere close to your foot here on your side to side. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. So tap pretty close to your foot. I meant to add that earlier. But with the front and back, what I found that works very good for me socially is 1, 2, 3, and just tap it where it is. Because if you tap up here, there's a lot of moves that I go where I have to bring my foot back. It takes more time to get it back there. And that'll be important later on. But whatever you're comfortable with, whatever works best for you, that's what you do. And then you go 1, 2, 3, tap. The forward and back is a walk. It's just a basic walk. 1, you don't have to bring your foot together and then go again and together. It's not that. It's just a normal walk. 1, 2, 3, tap. And then leave that foot right where it is, and then tap it again for your number 1 on the other way. 1, 2, 3, tap. So forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you tap with your feet together, which you can do that way, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. That's tapping them together on the forward and back. Like I said, I usually just leave it where it is. It looks more like this. So it would be 1, 2, 3. That's me just tapping it where it is. I find that's better for me for what I do. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, and this is tapping it together, tap, and then 1, 2, 3, tap. That's bringing it together and tapping. Your choice. You can bring it together, tap it on the forward and back, or leave it where it is. But side to side, you usually tap it right next to it. 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay? So I'm going to do this with a little bit of music, and I have my partner here, and I'll show you what the side to side and the front and back looks like on the 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. And I'll count it out to you. We're going to start on the 1, and I'm just going to count it 1, 2, 3 tap, 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap, 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Te fuiste y me dejaste abandonado, sabiendo que yo te amaba. Me hiciste sufrir, me hiciste llorar.
Now here's the forward and back.
Sin piedad.
1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. This is the front back. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. And 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Good. Thank you. Okay, so that was just a quick example of front and back and side to side. You can notice we're doing the 1, 2, 3 tap each way. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. You got to know that for the future. But like I said, if you just concentrate on the 1, 2, 3 tap, it'll make it much easier for you guys, because you guys are the lead. We have to have the whole itinerary in our head of what we're going to do when we get to that girl, okay? And she just follows. I mean, she does have her challenges too, but starting out, it's way more difficult for a guy to get going than it is a girl. I've grabbed many ladies that just knew their basic, and I made it look like they've been dancing for years, okay? Guys, we have to have all this stuff on our head, and then if they do something slightly different, their styling's different or something like that, then you have to adjust for that. So, we don't need to get into that right now. Like I said in the other video, or I didn't, I'll say it now, I'm going to try to teach you guys about 3 or 4 patterns. That's all you need, 3 or 4, and that's what the average guy out there does. 3 or 4 patterns, and you just keep repeating them until you learn more stuff and you add more to it. But that's all you need to know. It's 3 or 4 simple patterns, and you just keep repeating them. So over the next few videos, I'm going to teach you 3 or 4 different patterns. I'll repeat them, and then I will go to a couple socials with you. I'll bring you with me and show you how they work. And I'll after 3 or 4 patterns, I'm going to add more to the dance. But you'll see those 3 or 4 patterns that I'm going to do, that I'm going to show you. And every girl I dance with, I'll do those 3 or 4 patterns twice, 2 or 3 times in a row. And then I'll do my own little thing to finish it up. And we'll get there too, okay? A couple things I wanted to show you. There's basically 3 positions, okay, that you start with a lady. This is the open position, okay? It's just your hands, your palms are facing up, hers are facing down, and she's just placing her hands in your hands. You see this right here, like the Fonz? The Fonz doesn't work here. In other words, when you get her hands, you never take your thumb, ladies too, and you never grab her hand. This will be important in the future, and I'll show you right now real quick. If I turn her, go ahead, and I got this hand, her hand is locked up now because I got my thumb on it. But if I release my thumb, she comes right around. It'll act like a break, so don't use your thumbs. It's just hooks. You want to create a little bit of a hook, okay, and do this. This is for the future. You're not doing this right now. Like this, the basic is what you can work on, but I just want to put some stuff in for the future. Hooks, open position. This is, I guess you would call this semi-closed. Still open, but it's kind of closed. Position right here. Your hands on the shoulder blade. It's not down here where these marks are down here. That's a no-no. Your hand goes here. Okay, fingers more or less closed. And then a closed position would be, we're off center. So my foot is lined up between her feet. Okay, and this would be closed position here. Okay, just to give you my hand still on the back. I just closed it a little bit. So closed position. I don't know, we'll call this half closed position. No one ever really told me what the name of it was. And then this is open position. So the main is open, closed, and then this is kind of in between. And it's much easier to lead the girl here. Okay? So we'll go over some stuff real quick. Again, the basic, real simple. You can practice this. You don't need a lady to practice your basic. And that is 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. That's side to side. That was ladies that you saw. Now guys, we're going to our left. 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. And then if we go front and back, okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. So those are your basics, guys and gals. Left and right, forward and back. That's all you need to practice right now. I wanted to throw some other things out there for you, like the grips and the positions and stuff like that, just so you have a little seed for the future. I'm going to put a song on right now, and we'll just do a little freestyle just to give you an idea of what all this together can look like. It's not going to be real elaborate, but if you notice real close, it'll be 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. I have a tendency to not pick my feet up real high. Okay, there's a big reason for that. If you go too high and for some reason your feet are moving all around, you can step on her feet. So like kizomba, it's another form of dance. They kind of shuffle a little bit, and so I use my basic, but I shuffle a little bit. so it reduces the chance of stepping on her feet. Okay, that's my style. You're welcome to adopt that style, but I would not suggest going too much like this for too long until you learn it. You could do that to learn it, but eventually you want to be somewhere in this area here. A little bit of the hips, a little bit of the step. I sweep my feet a little bit because it's more of a kizomba thing, and I think it's safer for the lady. Ultimately, you don't want to hurt the lady, obviously, and I find that's much better. So let's go ahead and find the song here. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap.